What if you fed your sourdough starter because you were going to mix up some dough or you had a recipe you were going to make, and then it got to this point, it filled the jar, it's so happy, it's rising, but life happens and you don't have time to do anything with it? What do? I'm going to show you. This is going to sound crazy, but you take that jar, or maybe you fed it in a bowl or whatever container you fed it in, take it just like this and put it in your fridge. Here's the cool thing that's going to happen is when it goes into the fridge, that colder environment slows the sourdough live yeast down, and it will stay in that big, fluffy, risen, active state for 1, 2, sometimes even 3 days, depending on how cold your kitchen and climate is. So don't stress. If you fed your starter and you don't have time to do anything with it, you don't have time to make dough, life happened, put it in your fridge. Then, when you do have time, let's say it's going to be tomorrow morning, you'll have time to make that dough, or even tomorrow night, or even the next day. If your starter is still really close to being fully risen, even though it's cold, you can mix your dough up straight away. You don't need to do a whole nother process of feeding it and letting it rise. It's showing you that it's strong and active and it's ready to go make some delicious dough. This is the beauty of sourdough. It's way more forgiving than I would say most people like to act like it is. In the fridge, it just kind of like slows it down. And then when you bring it back out, you let this warm up because you're going to feed it. Now you're going to go make dough with it. You're going to add more water. You're going to add more flour. This will like instantly wake up and it will begin to make your dough active and happy too. So it's okay. If you ran out of time or it got too late and you're like, I just really would like to go to bed, I don't want to have to mix up the dough and do all of the stretch and folds. Oh my goodness, go to bed. Put this in your fridge. It's going to wait for you. The sourdough is not going to be offended that you ran out of time, and you'll be able to mix up that dough whenever it works for your schedule. Now, if you go and you get that out of the fridge and maybe it's been 3 or 4 days have gone by, or it's just a really warm time of year where you live, if that starter has started to sink back down, which means that it's losing some of its like activeness, then start the feeding process again so that you can make sure that you have a really strong active starter to make your dough. But this one, I ran out of time. I popped it in the fridge, and guess what? I'm going to go make a recipe with this right now. And bonus, let's say you changed your mind and you're like, I don't really want to make that dough I was going to make, but I do want to make some pancakes or waffles, or I'm going to make some cookies. This right here, you can use as cold discard, or it can also be that active leaven or fed starter. Isn't that so cool? Sourdough is amazing. We're going to put the whole list of our sourdough playlist of, there's all sorts of videos, lots of fun tutorials, lots of ways to help you kind of like shake off the stress of sourdough, not be confined to some crazy schedule, and actually have fun baking. And we're glad that we can fill the table with joy, delicious joy with you. Click on down into the description for all of the fun. And hey, if you want to garden too, we love gardening too.